right, well, good morning. We are in the middle of nowhere by the Ray Mine, 20 miles south of Superior. We are hopping on the Arizona Trail. There's no trailhead here. I parked by these mailboxes. Okay, well, there actually is a parking lot over here, and I think my car will be fine, so I'm gonna go. I gotta do these miles back anyway, this half mile. So I'm just gonna go back and put my car here. There's other cars here, which makes me feel better. By the way, it's the Ides of March today, so et tu, Brute. All right, so 5 minutes later, we are at the parking lot. So we got, I don't know, probably close to a mile warm up and then a little drive. Here it is, the Arizona Trail gate. So we're gonna be running along somewhere down there, maybe right here is the Gila River, which eventually feeds into the Salt River. And then I think the Salt goes to the Colorado. All right, so we just branched off sort of the road right along a railroad, and now we're on a single track, and we're actually veering away from the river, and there's a little like 300-foot climb actually up there before we return to the river. So I'm not sure what that's about, but I don't think it's super steep. But you can see we're out in the desert following this side wash up. So we're down above the Gila River. That white truck is where we turned off the railroad. So we might still have to go up to that point, it looks like. Yeah, and that might be our relative high point for the day. Yeah, looks like we got a wrap to cross this side drainage, so a little bit up in the beginning, but then it should be a whole lot of flat for, you know, 13 miles or something. I'm gonna hike some of this. All right, so a couple miles in, I think we finally hit the high point, heading west. We're up above, well up above the Gila River, but it looks like we're starting to descend to it now. Yeah. So we're just, you can see the river way up ahead. We're just going straight up. You see those radio communication towers, power lines up there. Look at that bridge. So yeah, we're on the descent for sure now. That's a nice group of cactus. Ah, this is awesome. Awesome scenery. All right, so we are officially down. Here's that bridge. It's for the railroad. We are down in the flatlands. Looks like there's an AZT gate. I watched something on YouTube about some iron worker, some guy who made these, which is pretty cool. Ah, these are very nice gates. So yeah, we're just gonna be cruising, I think, for a while. Probably only, you know, three miles in maybe. So we've just done some more climbing away from the river. You can see there's actually a decent amount of water down there. And we're about to go into those power lines that I saw, you know, several miles back. So I think we just hit another relative high point. There's all these little bumps that are like 100 feet or something, but not bad. So now we're dropping again and heading back closer to the river. Probably, I don't know, 6 miles in. So this might be a skunk. I think this is a dead skunk. There were two big vultures here, and when I came around the corner they flew away. There's one. Pretty crazy. Yeah, they're munching on a skunk, it looks like. So the second skunk I've seen now in a week span, although that one's dead. So again, we keep bending away from the river, going up 50 feet, dropping down 50 feet, So the elevation gain will add up. So I just checked the map. We're 7.5 in, so about halfway to the turnaround. Somewhere up there, possibly higher, is a summit called the Spine. Not sure if we're seeing it or not. All right, I think we're about to hit our last little high point, and then we'll have like 6 miles flat. You can see the river canyon. We're opening up out here. We're losing the hills on either side. So we're a little over 9 miles in, but according to my map, 6 miles are pretty flat now each way. Starting to get some good views, some pretty jagged peaks. I don't know if that far one is picket post. I don't think so. So I don't know what these are. I guess we're pretty far from picket post. Scratch that. We're way too far south. So we've been following a road, which has been kind of annoying for these last 5 miles. I don't know if it's going to continue the whole way. Adventure, we're probably 12 miles in. Still 3 plus maybe to our turnaround. Looks like we're back on single track though, so we just had probably 2 miles on a Jeep trek, but back on single track now. All right, so we're over 14 miles in. Apparently we turn right up here, so hopefully it's marked. This is not as flat as I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of little baby ups and downs this whole way. All right, so the major junction where you head up is a little bit further, like half a mile, but I think I might just call it here because we're at like 15.3. So, I mean, if I get in 30.6 or somewhere around there, I'm gonna be happy with that. So I stop and eat something and drink eat my Cool Mint Cliff Bar and drink about 20 ounces of Gatorade. Warming up. Oh, I meant to mention 2 hours 33 minutes to that turnaround. So that was from where I did park, so that maybe is 15 miles. That's okay, I guess. It's nothing, not lighting the world on fire. So we're probably at least 3, maybe even closer to 4 miles back of that 15. As you can see, we're gonna go in between those 2 cliffs. That's where we get back on the up and down trail. So pretty soon, I think we're gonna hit that road that we're on for 2 miles or so till we hit that hillside. So, sun pops out every once in a while, it makes it warm. But getting closer to 20 miles in, probably almost 19. We've done our 2 mile road section. I thought we were about to hit our first climb, maybe not quite yet. We're starting to get funneled in. I just looked at the map. We got 9.4 left to the car. I was hoping it'd be 9, but of course not. So we're doing okay. This first almost 6, 5.5 plus has been going pretty smoothly, but we're gonna get more ups and downs now, and the sun's coming out more. So when it starts climbing, I'm gonna get my tailwind. I have 28 ounces left. So I'm probably gonna drink some of that and eat some gummy worms, and then I'll do that again when there's like, I don't know, 4 miles left or something. So yeah, I think we're about to start climbing here. So I might take it out. So I was just charging with my head down. There's some big javelinas on the hillside. Man, I don't think you can see them anymore. They were fat. They were snorting. I was like, what is that? I saw them scamper. So, javelina sighting and dead skunk sighting. Not bad for a day's work. We've gotten through sort of the first climb. which isn't a lot, you know, it's 150 feet or something. There's like 3 little bumps to it. We're over 1. We might be coming up to the second one, I'm not sure. But there's bigger ones still to come. But you know, we have 8.5 miles left probably to the car. I will say, I'm on a down now, so it's easier. This trail's super smooth here in these parts, some of these parts. Past the dead skunk again, past 2 guys going the other way, through hikers. First 2 people I've seen all day. So adventure, we got, I don't know, hopefully less than 7 to the car, maybe 6.5. I don't know, I always estimate wrong, especially when I'm starting to get tired. But I do feel okay still, knock on wood. Still got some climbs left, of course. But right now it's cruiser and slightly down. All right, so I think we hit our second bump. Sort of the middle one, that's around mile 5. So I think we're under 5 miles now, barely. But now we're on a gradual down, then we'll have a 300-foot climb or so. Probably high points around mile 2 if I had to guess. I just checked the map. 3.5 left. We just started our last climb, which is gonna be quite a bit. 1.5 miles maybe. So I think I'm gonna drink the rest and be hiking some of this. And hopefully the last 2 miles I can run it in. So it'll be more down. Saw another through hiker. So I'm gonna drink the rest of this while I hike. Oh, I meant to point out on the map, this is labeled Old Bridge. So, not a very unique name, but I guess it's old. I don't know. Try to look up its age, I guess. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we might have just hit the high point. That was brutal. I was hiking and slow at that, slowly. So, so what happens every time, the last like, well, I can get to like 25 miles and then just my pace slows, my legs get heavy. I mean, it's fine. I have trouble pushing an entire 50K, in other words, especially when there's little hills like near the end. Now maybe if there weren't, you know, maybe I'll cruise these last couple miles down and feel good, because I think it's mostly down. So anyway, I think we have a little over 2 left to the car, but there's hardly any up, you know, maybe some little 10 or 20 foot ups, but I don't think anything substantial. So we saw the car, we were probably over 2 miles away from it on the trail. Well, the problem is, it's only like a mile as the crow flies. We have these long hairpins to cross the heads of these drainages. And they're like several hundred yards on each side. So you add all this extra mileage, which is annoying, because you think you're getting close to the car, and then you bend away from it, and then have to go uphill a little bit. So, going up, and then we'll bend back towards the car. Probably still over a mile. Yeah. So we've hit the railroad. I think that means we only got a quarter mile or a third of a mile or something, so I might just walk it in. Legs are definitely getting tight, for sure. But all in all, I'll take getting in close to a 50K. And we made it. I'm the only car. So, let's get a time check. Oh, well, actually pretty bad. 5:31.